Hi YouTube, it's Betty. Long time no here, and I do apologize for not making a video update sooner. Today is Friday, December 12th, and this is the first time since my surgery and being home that I'm actually alone for 5 minutes, well, for a little bit, so I could actually do a video and not be interrupted. I did have my surgery last Wednesday, December 3rd. Everything went fine. It was room-wide gastric bypass. I got to the hospital around 6 a.m. and 8 o'clock I was in the operating room. The surgery did take about 6 hours, but everything went fine through the surgery. I did have a bit of a problem when they brought me off the breathing tube. I woke up as they were doing that. I guess I panicked. I was having some trouble breathing, so they did put me on oxygen for 3 of the 4 days I was in the hospital. With regards to the hospital stay, it really wasn't that bad. It was actually, everybody was very, very pleasant, very nice to me, very accommodating. The hardest thing for me was, and I still have a sore throat from all this, is up until Friday evening about 6 o'clock from when I got out of surgery and got into my room, I was only allowed 1 ounce of fluids per hour. I had to sip on 1 ounce, so that's a 1 ounce little like medicine cup of 1 ounce size that I could sip on over the hour. So I was so thirsty. If I had ice chips, that was considered part of my 1 ounce as well. So for 2.5 days, 2 days, whatever, that's all I was allowed, and I was so thirsty. I can't tell you. Like I try to talk to people, and I get this cotton mouth, and I'm like, oh, please just let me have some more to drink. But they wouldn't. So Friday evening, my surgeon came in, and he upped my fluids. It's around 6 o'clock to 4 ounces. 4 ounces an hour, and he thought I was in heaven. I mean, I was in heaven. It was great because finally I could get a little bit more to drink and not be so quite cottony mouthed and thirsty. It was just very hard to talk to people because I would like, try to get it out, and I couldn't spit it out because I was just dry. I did have the oxygen, like I said, because of the breathing tube and having trouble breathing. That was on most of the time. So I did get up and walk. I didn't walk the first day after surgery. The next day they did get me up in a chair. I walked out in the hallway and walked around the hallway and continued to do that. My roommate was really good. She was in for some other things, but we would walk together. We'd be like the traveling compadres around the walkway. Anyhow, I was allowed to come home on Saturday, so I was in the hospital 4 days, and the surgeon took the staples out, all the staples out, and put steri strips on, and also took my drainage tube out before I left. I was having a little bit of drainage on that, so I had to change the dressings here at home about twice a day, and then all of a sudden, yesterday, I woke up after changing it at nighttime, and there was nothing on it. This is weird. And I looked at the actual spot where it was, and it was all closed up. So no more drainage, no more changing dressings. That's great, too. As far as my weight loss goes, it's a little bizarre. When I started this journey, the first actual weight I have on record is somewhere around 258 or 257 point something or other. And the day of surgery, when I got to the hospital, it was 229.2. So that was, I don't have the math exactly. I'm not thinking I'm trying to do this video because it's the first time I've been alone, like I said, that I could do something. But anyhow, when I came home on Saturday, I didn't get on the scale, but Sunday I was kind of anxious to get on the scale. And it was like 241 point something, and I'm like, what? But then when I think about it, and my husband said, they were giving you all those IV fluids constantly right up until about 4 hours before you left the hospital. You were getting IV, and everything was done through the IV. So everything, you were getting fluids pushed that way. You weren't getting a lot to drink. You weren't getting anything to eat. So That's probably why your body probably thought it was being starved or whatever. I don't know how they say that, but I'm glad to report on Wednesday when I did weigh in again. I got the courage to get on the scale again on Wednesday, which was a week out. I was down to 229, so I had like a 0.2 loss for that first week, but in reality, I think it's like 12.7 pounds since I gained while I was in the hospital, and I did lose it all. So I'm going to start with that. That's going to be my weighing start, and we'll go from there. At this point, I am allowed, up until I see my surgeon on the 23rd, 1 ounce of pureed foods every 2 hours. So that's one little medicine cup again of pureed foods. If I have to chew it, I can't have it, so it has to be pureed very well. I'm also still allowed those 4 ounces of fluid an hour. So sip on that. After I eat my 1 ounce of pureed foods, I have to wait a half hour before I can start drinking again or sipping again, whatever you want to call it, because you can't really call it drinking because you can't do that. You do have to sip, but so I'm not getting a whole lot in yet, and not that I'm going to get a whole lot anyhow soon, but I thought I'd be at 2 ounces at this point when I came home, but he has me at the 1 ounce, and I'm not quite sure why. He didn't really say. He just said that's where he wanted me to be at, so that's where I'm going to be at. I do see him again on the 23rd, like I said. Today, this afternoon at 2 o'clock, my husband is going to take me to my primary care. The surgeon wanted me to see her. At first it was 6 weeks out, but he said my discharge orders this year 1 week out because he wanted me to go over my meds with her. My blood pressure has been down low, which is a good thing, but I take 2 100 tablets of blood pressure medicine a day, and he wants to make sure she wants me to still be on that if in fact my blood pressure is still down where it is, so she'll have to do that today. But other than that, I'm doing really well. I feel great. I'm up and around, moving every day. I get stronger and I get moving more. I just have the family hovering. So my husband's going back to work next week. Thank God. Monday, yay. Goodbye. Go to work. My mother-in-law, she's pretty good. She sort of lets me do my own thing. But I am listening to what I'm supposed to do. So anyway, it's been a wild ride. Again, I do apologize for not getting on here sooner. 3 days prior to surgery, I had made a video of what I bought for surgery, never got it posted, so that's gone. It was too long anyhow, and this is getting long too, and winded. So anyhow, I'm okay. I'm here. I'm on the loser's bench finally. Yay, yay, yay. So I'll talk to you again real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.